Midnight Massacre, the Villisca Axe Murders. They never heard him coming. 8 souls, a family and 2 little girls, slaughtered in their sleep. No forced entry. No screams. Just silence, and the swing of an axe. This is the story of a small town that woke up to evil, and a mystery that has haunted America for over a century. This is Trial and Terror. June 10, 1912, Villisca, Iowa. A quiet farming town where doors were left unlocked and neighbors trusted one another. That night, the Moore family, Josiah, his wife Sarah, their 4 children, and 2 young guests, returned home after a church event. By morning, every one of them was dead. The first blow was so hard it split Josiah's skull. Then the killer moved methodically from bed to bed, children, mother, guests, silencing each one. The weapon. The family's own axe. But what's more horrifying is how calm the killer seemed. Every mirror in the house was covered. Every victim's face was shrouded. He even cooked himself breakfast before leaving. When neighbors noticed the Moores weren't stirring, they entered the house and stepped into a nightmare. Blood spattered the walls. The ceilings dripped with horror. Word spread fast. By afternoon, the quiet town of Villisca turned into a circus. Reporters, gawkers, and neighbors swarmed the home, trampling evidence. The crime scene was contaminated before investigators could even begin. And that's how the killer, or killers, slipped through history's fingers. There were suspects, many of them. One was Frank Jones, Josiah's former employer and political rival. Rumor had it Josiah had an affair with Jones's daughter-in-law. Another was Reverend George Kelly, a traveling preacher obsessed with the murders, who later confessed, then recanted. There were whispers of a drifter, and even a serial killer who roamed the Midwest with his axe. But every lead dissolved into dust. Police bungled the investigation. Evidence was lost, confessions contradicted, and the jury divided. By the time the trials ended, the town's faith, and its innocence, were gone. More than a century later, the house still stands. Locals say it's cursed. Visitors report cold touches, voices in the dark, and children's laughter that echoes through empty rooms. Some say the killer never left, that his spirit lingers, trapped with the souls he slaughtered. Others believe it's the victims themselves, reliving that night over and over again. But one thing is certain. The Villisca Axe Murders remain one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in American history. No one was ever convicted. No one was ever punished. Just silence. And the lingering question, who swung the axe? The Moores were buried together, their graves side by side. The town moved on, but never truly recovered. Villisca learned that evil doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes, it walks right through the front door. This is Trial and Terror. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real stories of the world's darkest crimes. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, justice begins with truth.